بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وأعز المرسلين، حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد،
اللهم صل على محمد
وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين، سيما بقية الله روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون، أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة. آمنا بالله، صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام. Mu'mineen and mu'minat, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a blessed day, this Friday, make it a blessed day for us, a day of reflection, a day of purification and return to Him. It is the 7th of Muharram. Typically on this day, mu'mineen and mu'minat, in at least the Arabic part of the Shia world, remember Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas salamullah alayh. And the reason is perhaps the fact that it was on the 7th day that the order came from the cursed Ibn Ziyad to block the water from the camp of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And so from that day on, the struggle with the lack of water and eventually having no water on the day of Ashura or closer to the day of Ashura, that became a bigger trial and in fact bala upon the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It all started, or this part of their bala and test and trial started from the 7th of Muharram. And the reason why the remembrance of Abu al-Fadl is because he was the one who made efforts. According to some historians, on the 7th he actually did attempt and brought water to the tents. And after they had blocked the water, according to some narrations, he took a few of the lovers and followers and they made it and they brought water. And this is why he gained the title of Saqqa. And on the day of Ashura, the children were hoping and expecting the same thing in the sense that he is the one who brought us water before. They were hoping that he would bring them water one more time again. And the blessed Abu al-Fadl salamullah alayh was martyred as he was attempting to bring the water. So typically he is remembered on the 7th day. In the first sermon I want to focus on the element of sacrifice and selflessness in the journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and in our journey of purification, especially as we remember and mourn the martyrs of Karbala and remember this hero of Karbala, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, who gained such a fame and title, most importantly in the eyes of God, and that reflected in the hearts of the believers. فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ. The Imams are the top of the list. The Imams of Ahlul Bayt praised Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas salamullah alayh, and the believers year after year remember him as they remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam. They visit him as they visit Imam Hussein alayhi salam for his sacrifice. And this is something that we should learn as individuals who consider ourselves as followers of Ahlul Bayt, lovers of the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, lovers of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, that we visit him and give salam to him. We give salam to those who al-arwah allati hallat bifina'ik, the souls that were there with him and sacrificed for his sake. We remember them, we need to learn from them. We need to learn from Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas selflessness. Selflessness in order to gain have the bigger goal in life. Look at the bigger goals in life and try and achieve in that regard. As parents, for example, we sacrifice for our children. Today, one of the members of our community sent me a disturbing news of what is happening in the school systems and the public school systems and what they are meant to promote or allow the promotion of, or in the basically under the pretense or the claim that this is a free world and we need to have equal opportunities and the rest of it. Things are happening in a way and at a pace that is very disturbing, very scary, and we seek refuge to God from what is coming. And I would say, as believers, part of our sacrifice is here. Abu al-Fadl had to go get water for the children and give his life. We need to sacrifice for our children. We need to sacrifice for our families. We need to sacrifice for the sake of the better good, for the sake of God, for the sake of the future of humanity, the future of our community and society. And part of our sacrifice would be for us to experience some sort of discomfort, some sort of difficulty. We don't have to give our lives, we don't have to carry swords and spears and go and fight an enemy like Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas had to do to simply provide water to the children. But what we may have to do is to give up some of the luxuries in life in order to give our children the best that we could. Give them time, give them the better education, if it means private faith-based schools, whether it be Muslim schools or Christian schools or any faith-based school, that they learn the presence of God in the school. They realize that there is accountability, unlike what is happening unfortunately nowadays. Under the pretense of, again, equal opportunities, we are now, it is imposed on us to, on the one hand, it's the amazing factor, and this is what really upsets the believers, and I'm sure every believer, regardless of what school of thought they belong to, are very disturbed with this. On the one hand, a teacher in a public school is not allowed to express their faith and beliefs with regards to God and with regards to the hereafter and such beliefs. They're not allowed. To the point that even if a child asks about, God, the hereafter, a teacher is not allowed